Okay, welcome to a quick video MCI methods for maintaining time records and creating new time records for employees who may have forgotten to put them in. So most of this work, we're going to look at three different scenarios: adding new time to a job with a labor item that's already there, meaning they just forgot to maybe clock in for the afternoon. Or something. So then they need that time record put back. The other one is adding a new time record to a job that doesn't have the labor record. So we need to. So instead of having to go to the job, add the labor record, then go add the time, you can just do it all in one step. And the final third scenario is updating an existing time record that the employee put in there, and they may have put in the wrong time, or maybe didn't clock out when they should have, or something like that. It just needs to be modified. So anyway, so starting with scenario number one, let's go ahead and add new time. So we're going to go to the employee time on the menu, manage time. That's going to bring up our managed time records. Of course, this is going to default to the previous week. So all these examples are basically last week someone forgot to do something. Okay, so one of our employees, our techs right here, forgot to add time to a specific job. So up in the upper right, there's a create time record button. We're going to click that. We're going to choose the tech, do Jerry Little. We're going to choose a start date. We're going to say the 28th. Choose a start time. The start time's optional. If you don't put the start time in, it's just going to use noon. But let's just go ahead and say 3:30 p.m. And we're going to say the time they did was for 2.25 hours. Okay, so the time information's in. Now we need to select the job that they put in. So we're going to say, okay, they're doing it for Carla Timmons. And okay, so she doesn't have anything there. Let's there we go. So Jenny Tillis oil change, and they have an existing time record out there that has not been completed, so it's still open. So we're going to choose that. Update task button comes in there. We can also, it's also going to pull in the labor description. We can update that too. Add, if I can type correctly. So this creates a whole new time record. It doesn't, the third scenario we'll look at will actually update it. So we'll change that. Okay, new time record created. So now if we go back to our managed time records, this Jenny Tillis record should be there. And yeah, there it is, right there. So adding additional time with our time that we put in there. The job time is 2 minutes. Okay. Next scenario, we're going to create a time record, and I'm going to go back up here and create a time record for another employee. We're going to choose Jerry Little again. We're going to do the 28 also again. Start time, maybe he was supposed to do this when he got in the morning and just forgot, and he was supposed to do it for an hour and a half. And we're going to take a look. Let's just Tommy Carter. So what he's going to do here is he's got this open line labor item on it already, but we want to create a new one. So we're going to say perhaps he was supposed to wash the car, so he was detailing. Could have been anything, change the transmission out. Who knows? So we're going to put the detailing, then you can add the notes in here. Wash and detail car. And we'll just add that new task. It was for 1.5 hours, new record creative. So we'll go back to our managed time. And there it is. So there was the first one. There's our second one. And they got the times in there. Okay. And those are ready to go. So what we're going to do now is, so what we can do is they can go ahead and update the time. So the book time, since this wasn't added to the job, the book time is still 0. So we can just say, okay, it's going to equal 1.5 hours. That updates that time. So if we go to our job by clicking this link right here, that's our job number. Here is our wash and detail car, and there's our 1.5 hours. Okay, and our assigned tech who did the work. So we go back to our managed time. So one other thing, and so this one will get updated too. So it's got 2 hours. One other thing is you can look in here. If you'll notice, this time worked. This is the time we worked. Has an underline. That's a hyperlink. So we can actually click on that, and that takes us to where we can actually do our third scenario, is update existing time records. So we just did Jerry Little 428, and we did 2.25 hours. So the total time looking at this task that's been logged to it is a total of 4.55 hours. And we could look at that and go, oh, that's kind of a lot. And the reason some of the other ones didn't show up, I think, is because they were in a previous week. We were looking at this, the managed time for that one right here. It's only showing 2.25 hours right there. But if we back this up a week up here, it should pull those in. Okay, so it increased it. And actually, so yeah, so and it was done by another tech. So we have Jerry Little here, and then we have Carl Smith there, and so they're kind of combined there. So I think most people do one tech per task per labor item, which is helpful. If you start splitting between techs, it gets really complex. But anyway, so if we wanted to change this 2.25 hours, he made a mistake. He really didn't work 2.25 hours. He worked 1.25. So we can just go in here 1.25, change that, say save, and that updates it. And if we go back to our time report, we've got 1.25 there. And that actually equals what we've got. Now, yeah, so that's what's in there. And so anyway, so yeah, you can click on these to go see the actual time records underneath for each job. And you can always update these, so that way, if you forgot the time record, just remember to create time record up there, and you can go through here, and it's you gotta click a tech, put the start date in. That's required. So if we don't put a start time in there, we just pick base labor and say update. It's gonna tell us we gotta click the time. So anyway, that's a quick overview of the managed time and the ability to change a time record. Hope that helps. Let us know if you got any questions. We hope to have a more polished version of this up as soon as possible.